Howdy boos, welcome to Coins, Chapters, and Creativity, the podcast where budgeting, good books, decorative planning, and everything lifestyle come together. I'm Nikki, your girl from Nikster Budgetz, and I'm so glad that you guys are here. If this is something that you may be interested in, then I want you to go ahead, grab your drink, grab your planner, or something creative that you're working on, and let's hang out, okay? All right.
Coins, chapters, creativity, that's the energy, that's the energy. Plan it, save it, make it come true. Stay ready, boo. Ooh, stay ready, boo. Stay ready, boo. Stay ready, boo.
This is episode 3, Soft Life, Smart Money. Can you have both? Creating a peaceful, joyful life while still being intentional with your money. Welcome to Coins, Chapters, and Creativity, the podcast where we talk about money, books, creativity, and all the little things that make life beautiful. Welcome back to another episode. I am so happy you're here spending a little time with me in my cozy little corner of the world. Today's conversation is one that I have honestly been thinking about a lot. Can we create a soft life while still being smart with our money? Because when we hear the phrase soft life, sometimes we picture luxury vacations, expensive dinners, expensive shopping trips, and a lifestyle that just feels completely out of reach, you know? But I'm learning that a soft life doesn't always have to mean expensive. Sometimes a soft life could look like peace. Sometimes it looks like knowing that your bills are paid and you have a roof over your head and food in your refrigerator. Sometimes it looks like having a time for the things you love, even if that's just sitting in your craft room and decorative planning. May not even use the planner, but the decorating process of it lets you express your creativity. Or sometimes it looks like creating little moments that make every day feel special. Like this morning, as I'm recording this video and this audio, my boyfriend brought me breakfast in bed. Wasn't expecting it. So grateful and appreciative for it. And today, we're talking about how we can create the life while still being intentional with our coins. So with that being said, let's grab your drinks and your snack. I'm drinking water for the rest of the day. And let's get into it. Now, before we get into everything that's been happening this week, let's start with something positive. It's time for What's Making Me Smile. So, something that's making me smile is just finding joy in the little moments. And some of those things that have made me smile, we just came off of celebrating my sister's birthday dinner. It was an enjoyable time. If you want, you can check out that vlog on my YouTube channel, Nikster Budgetz. Wink, wink. And subscribe while you're there. Yeah, that was a fun experience. After that, me and my sister, we went to Marshall's and Walmart, and we did a little bit of shopping. And again, like I said, making time for those like intentional moments. Like me and my sister, we hang out. We may go to breakfast. We may go to lunch. Sometimes we take the kids. Sometimes we don't. We go out and we plan. We love a good Ross Marshall's trip. You know what I'm saying? So those little things where I could go in there and we just look at stuff. I don't even have to buy anything. It's just spending time with my sister. To me, that's living a soft life where I'm uninterrupted, and the time I spend with my sister is the time I spend with my sister. Is there anything else that made me happy? I think that's about it. The week went well. It was a great weekend. That sister dinner was like really a really good time. So that made me actually really smile. So I want you guys to tell me down in the comments below, or if you're listening, I'll definitely have a post on Instagram or all of the socials, and you can comment there. What is one little thing that has made you smile lately? All right, let's talk money. Welcome to the Budget Buzz, where we talk about what's happening in budgeting. Soft life doesn't mean spending without limits. And the difference between intentional spending and impulse spending. That is my, I'm not going to say issue, but that is one of the things that I'm trying to overcome is impulse spending. Because I still have the mentality that if I see it and I want it, I will definitely make a way to get it. And with me being a cash stuffer, zero-based budget, I do feel like, well, back in the day, it was very much so easier to pay all of your bills and have money saved and put aside to buy things that you want. Don't necessarily need, but you want. And I do feel like the economy today, and I guess with the field of job that I'm in as well, doesn't allow for that. And I will say my bills are not expensive, but what I have realized is I am still able to purchase some of the things that make me happy. It just has to be in smaller quantities, which is not a bad thing. So, I do need to work on intentional spending, and this is me just being very transparent and honest. I do need to work on intentional spending instead of impulse spending, and get out of that mindset that you want it, you need it, and you really don't, because it gets to your house and then it just sits there, and you may use it every now and then, but not as often as you should be using it if you really need it. So that is my goal, is to work on intentional spending. We have to realize that budgeting is not about restriction, and you have to do the research and see how your money can support the life that you want. So there's a way to make it happen. You just have to do that on your part. And the thing that I've been trying to do is cut down supporting my hobby. I do have a lot that supports my hobby, so instead of actually buying more things because it's just cute and I need that and oh, that will look so nice like this, let's start using the things that you already have in your home and making it, available to yourself, because it's there. So that's what I'm going to start to do, is to start using the things that I have at home. And then also I want to implement creating room for those fun and enjoyable experiences. So, I do go to the movies. Again, like I said, those small things that me and my sister do, as far as like going to Ross or going out for a lunch, I do those things, and those things truly make me happy. Even sometimes on the weekends, I don't work weekends, I go and I do things by myself. Spending time with yourself alone is so important. And it's also, to me, it's giving soft life as well. Because I feel like you can't give your all to someone, whether it be your sister, your spouse, your parents, your nieces and nephews, if you have those, your cousins, any family, friends. You cannot give your all to anyone if you can't even spend time alone or by yourself without feeling like you're lonely. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy doing things by myself. And then just save for the things that bring you joy. I did save money to go to this planner conference that I'm so excited about going to. And the room is paid for, the flight is paid for. I have money saved for swag. And in September, before we go on the trip, I definitely have budgeted for food money. So the trip is set, it's ready. I've already started packing. I'm one of those ones that pack early. And so I just think saving money for the things that bring you joy. I love going to planner conferences, especially new ones. And this year I am going to a new one, the Planner Party Summit, and I'm very excited to see what this is about. This is the second year. I saw that the first year was, extravagante. And so now I was like, I'm going. And so we're going to the second year, and I hear it's supposed to be even bigger and better. So fingers crossed, stay tuned for that. There will be a vlog about that on Nikster Budgetz YouTube channel. And then just start using your sinking funds to prepare for the things you love. And so that is something that I am intentionally working on as well, is getting money into my sinking funds. So stay tuned, comment down below and get on me. Hey Nick, you better be putting money in them sinking funds, even if you just put $5 here, $5 there. Stay on me. So I'm learning that being good with money doesn't mean I can't enjoy my life. It just means I have to get to choose what is worth spending on. And again, like I said, little trips to Ross with my sister to get that quality time with her, even if I just buy like markers. I feel like I'm getting something that I want, because I do like to write on my chalkboard, and I feel like that quality time with my sister is priceless. Or going to the movies with my boyfriend. He loves watching movies, so definitely going to the movies with him is something that I enjoy. We save the money and then we do it. And some more examples of that, like I said, was for planning for dinners, saving for trips, budgeting for hobbies, and buying things that bring creativity and happiness to your life. And again, like I said, just buying markers. That makes me so happy. And the markers are retail price $15, $16, $17, and you can find them in Marshalls for like $7 or $8. That sounds like a win to me. So I have a question for you guys. What is something you happily spend money on because it brings you joy? And again, like I said, I will buy planner stuff all day. I used to be a crafter, and when we downsized and moved into a smaller house, I just realized I couldn't keep all of that stuff, like the things that I created, because we just didn't have the space. I will say planning, decorative planning, has sparked a creativity in me, and it brings me such peace. And to me, peace equates to living a soft life. And I'm a purse girl. I love gifts, like little trinkets for my niece and nephew. I love to get them things. I love to get things for my sister as well, like even little stuff that she's not expecting. She's very appreciative of it. I like to get my boyfriend little things where I come home and he's like, "Oh, thanks." So those are the little things that bring me joy. I cannot do a podcast without talking about planners, because again, decorative planning brings me joy. Welcome to Planner Tea. The topic is planning the life you actually want. You using your planner can help you create intentional days. What we've learned is by writing things down with your hand on a pen to paper, it actually sets in your brain, in your mind, and it actually helps you remember it more than just using your phone. Phones have made us very, very lazy, and I can admit that to myself, because I know no one's number by heart. And it used to be back in the day, you would have to know someone's number by heart, because we didn't have cell phones. We had pay phones, okay? And so now with technology advancing, and just it keeps advancing, you have to come up with ways to actually get your mind and your brain to start working again like it used to, or how it used to for other people back in the day. And so putting that pen to paper can actually help you create intentional days, like making sure that you write your appointments down, and not just like a phone reminding you, because you're actually doing in the work and putting in the action to put it on whatever date that it's on, to make sure you remember. Again, planning appointments and responsibilities, date nights, family time, holidays. Writing that stuff down with your hand touching that pen definitely ingrains it in your head, where you're starting to remember more, because I remember I wrote it down in my planner. And actually revisiting that planner more often than you think you should. Look at it every day. Let it sit open on your desk. Let it sit open in your kitchen, where, usually you guys are. And it's okay to have the digital stuff as well. But I will say you rely less on the digital when you get your hand to that pen and that paper. It's also important to schedule rest and fun and make time for hobbies. So you can actually write that in your planner as well. And just have it where it's scheduled. If you follow a schedule, your life will be intentional. And some people I know think that if they follow a schedule, then your life becomes stagnant and boring. And I promise you, me working in childcare, the schedule is the schedule. The things that happen, the different activities and such are different, which makes it more interesting. But the schedule is still the same because you only have 24 hours in a day. So putting that pen to paper and making that schedule and setting your intentions where you know that I have to do this at this time, I only have this amount of time to do it, then I have to go to this next thing. I promise you, you would get so much more done than just willy-nilly in it and dilly-dally in it and, not being, again, intentional. And then you can create those memories on purpose. I promise you, you have so much time to create memories when you're organized, which is why a lot of people who are using planners tend to be more organized. It's just how it goes. And that's because you're intentionally setting up your schedule, making sure everything is where it's supposed to be, make sure everyone is where they're supposed to be. And again, like I said, that pen to that paper will, granted, help your brain remember it more efficiently. Let's discuss. I have 5 planners, and I will say that probably will decrease next year. I have my personal planner, I have my budgeting planner, I have my reading planner, I have my work planner, and I have my faith planner. I will say I really am not touching my personal planner like that. And I think that's just because in my head, I know exactly what my weeks look like because I work at a child care center. And so a lot of the stuff that goes on goes in my work planner versus life at home. It's only me and my boyfriend, so it's not like I have a schedule to remember because he doesn't necessarily do extracurricular activities or things outside of the house. I don't really do extracurricular activities like go to the gym or I may write down occasionally if I have something to do that weekend with my sister or if an event is coming up or something like that. But a lot of the time it's me just going grocery shopping, which I know I could add that stuff in there, but intentionally I already know it's going to happen. So I haven't been using my personal planner like that. I use my work planner all the time because I'm a lead educator, so I do have things that I need to remember. So I do use my work planner. I do use my faith planner, and I use the YouVersion Bible app. My budgeting planner. Come on, I'm Nikster Budgetz. I use my budgeting planner. So that really gets utilized, and that serves intentional purpose as well because it helps me track my money. I'm a zero-based budgeter, so I know exactly where all of my money is going. I track my expenses, so, I'm a budgeter. I use my budgeting. And then some of my favorite stickers and planner supplies. These are a lot of the small businesses that I shop. I love Kelleval Plan. I love Live Love Posh. I love Stick with Katie. I love Mojo Jojo Plans. I love Type A for Alexa. I love Versed Planning. I really, really support these small businesses, and I just love the quality and the products that they bring. I love Wrong. So if you are into planning, go ahead and support those small businesses. Tell them Nikster Budgetz sent you. And how has decorating your planner been a creative outlet? It is a de-stressor. I promise you, I love what I do for my work. I am a 2-year-old teacher at a child care facility. I am a lead educator, so I do a lot with curriculum and making sure the classrooms that I'm over have their stuff together as well. And it is a stressful but enjoyable job. So when I come home, I'm either watching TV with my boyfriend, which actually de-stresses me as well, or I'm in my craft room and I'm planning. And I don't necessarily have to write down anything on the plan, but decorating it just lets my creative juices flow, and it calms me. It calms me. So again, I would recommend decorative planning to anyone. I promise you, it is a de-stressor. Even if you don't even use the planner, just decorating it and seeing how creative you can make your spread, it's amazing. So, a conversation thought. Are we planning our dream life, or are we just reacting to everything happening around us? I want to say I'm like 75-25. Intentionally, I would love to plan my dream life. And right now, I am living my dream life. I have a job that I enjoy thoroughly. I don't mind getting up every morning to go to work. I have so much fun at work, even though, like, you know, things do happen and, you know, there are times where I am feeling stressed, but overall, I love what I do. I don't think I'm just reacting to everything that's happening around us. Yes, I mean, you do react to things, but I do feel like I am intentionally cognizant of what I allow myself to entertain. If it doesn't serve me peace, if it doesn't serve me education to learn more, if it doesn't serve me to help me de-stress, organize, clear my thoughts, I ain't messing with it, okay? So you comment down below and you let me know what are some things that you're doing to help you de-stress in your life. And are you intentionally planning a life that you dreamed of living, or are you just, it is what it is and you're reacting to everything that's happening around you? All right, we have a cozy break. Go ahead and grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, fluff that blanket, light that candle, or take a deep breath and enjoy a little pause in your day. This is your reminder that productivity isn't everything. Sometimes the most important thing we can do is slow down and enjoy the moment we're in. I just want to tell you, this is something that we stand true to in my work. It is not about the end product, because you can't even enjoy getting to the end if you're not enjoying yourself through the process. Take a breath, slow down, and enjoy the ups and the downs, the ebbs and the flows of the process. So you intentionally know what's happening in the middle is going to get you to the end, and it'll be that much more rewarding. All right, while we're taking our cozy break, I want to know what brings you comfort lately. For me, it's reading and planning these podcast episodes and YouTube videos. A new planner accessory that I'm very excited about is my TPPS planner that I have created. And if you're listening to this on this great Tuesday, stay tuned on my YouTube channel on Thursday. I definitely have a video coming out about showing off my creation. I haven't watched a comfort show, but I did watch a movie last night, and it was You, Me, and Tuscany. Very cute rom-com. I liked it. For me, that's about it. Reading, planning podcast episodes, and the TPPS planner. Those are the things that I'm enjoying right now. And I think we spend so much time rushing to do the next thing that we forget to appreciate the little things that make life feel special. So again, I've been talking about it this whole episode. I love game nights with Mike's family. We have them sporadically, and we have a great time when we do have them. I like weekend grocery shopping with my sister. I love the Ross shopping trips with my mom. I love traveling with family. Me and Mike, we love Panera Bread. And so anytime we get a chance to go there, that's typically where our date nights are. We love Panera. And so wherever you are today, I hope you found at least one small thing that made you smile. Thank you for hanging out with me and spending a part of your day in my little cozy corner of the world. Now, let's get back into today's episode. We're going to take a little trip to the bookshelf, okay? Welcome to Bookish Buzz. The chapters we are currently living. So, I am currently reading, well, not currently, I did read and I finished Whispers of the Lake by Shanora Williams. It was a phenomenal book. I definitely recommend it. The whole plot twist at the end where you think one person did something in the book and then it turned out to be the person that you never would have thought. Love that. Chef's kiss. Would definitely recommend this reading. The other book that I finished was Becoming Lady Miss Jacqueline, and her Keke Palmer's in the stories of, it seems like she ain't never, like she died or came back or I don't know. She just had a lot of stories about dealing with the celebrities and all of these people like way back in the day and currently now. And it was hilarious. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did start The Weddings of Lady Miss Jacqueline. And so I'll let you guys know how that goes as well. So those two reads I did thoroughly enjoy. If I could take a lesson from those books, it's to, well, the Lady Miss Jacqueline one, have fun. Keke Palmer is a riot. And I just feel like she's intentionally living the life that she wants. And I'm watching and I'm here for it. And I aspire to do the same thing. Enjoy the little things. Enjoy what you're doing. Show people that you're having a good time. And don't worry about the haters. Books actually help us slow down and grow. I promise you, I used to listen to music in my car while driving to and from work, and depending on what you listen to, it will put you in a mood, okay? And sometimes the mood that I was put in wasn't the best mood to be in for work. And so reading books has actually calmed my nervous system where I can get to work and feel prepared to, take on anything that happens that day. So books have really changed, the calmness and steadiness, and has helped me to slow down. And every season just feels like a new chapter. I feel like every time I listen to a book and get ingrained into the story, it takes a little bit off of something that may have happened to me that day that I just felt like, didn't like that, put a bad taste in my mouth. Ugh. But listening to a good book, it takes you kind of like out of your life a little bit and puts you into a whole nother world, which could definitely take the stress off of you where you realize it's going to be okay. So I have a question for you. What chapter of life are you currently in? And again, when we talked about it in the Budget Buzz, I'm trying to work on impulse buying, and I actually want to be way more intentional with eating healthy. So that way I won't keep having gout flare-ups. So that's what I'm currently working on. What are you learning about yourself? And what book has changed your perspective? Comment down below, okay? Every chapter doesn't have to be perfect to be meaningful. So now, let's get into behind the camera and step into the creator corner. It's creating before everything is perfect. As you can see in this video, if you're watching on YouTube, I sat down, I pressed the record button, and I started recording. Before I started recording, I told myself, plug up this sign. Do you think I did that? No. But am I still continuing to record anyway? Yes. I was not going to stop this video to plug that up and then continue what I was doing. It ain't that deep. So, again, creating before everything is perfect. The setup is not perfect, but I wanted to get this out to you guys anyway, so I started doing it. Starting coins, chapters, and creativity. Again, we talked about this briefly in the beginning. I started this because I wanted to talk to you guys and create community. I didn't think that the content that I was putting out actually did that. And that's because everybody and their mom and cousin, sister, brother, sister, all of that have budgeting channels. And so I wanted to incorporate a little bit more because, again, I like to talk and I got in trouble for it when I was a child. So I wanted to come here and talk to you guys, and what not better way than to start a podcast. So I'm enjoying doing the research and creating these episodes for you guys, and I really just hope that you guys are enjoying the content, and I'm going to continue doing it. What inspired me to start the podcast? I was kind of bored with my channel again, like I said. So I wanted to incorporate everything I love into one thing, a podcast about being creative, reading books, teaching. So sometimes I may have these like little quirky stories about me working in the childcare industry and just everything I love. I love lifestyle. I love to, put on different outfits, and even if I'm going to a grocery shop, I still want to look kind of cute. And that's not all the time, but sometimes I do. So I just wanted to incorporate all of that, which is why I started Coins, Chapters, and Creativity, the podcast that you're listening to right now. I'm putting myself out there even if it feels scary. And again, like I said, if 10 people watch this, then I've reached 10 people, and that's my community. And so again, everybody that's listening and everyone that's watching, however you do it, thank you so much. And just learn as I go. Learn when people actually are listening and watching the videos, so that way I can actually post it when you guys are ready to watch. And again, like I said, enjoying the ebbs and flows of the process, because whether I reach the end or not, well, actually not even whether, because the end is to have a whole season. I want to do 10 episodes, and we're doing episode 3 right now. So again, that's my end process. I am enjoying doing the research to actually get these episodes out to you guys and create this community. So again, I'm just having fun building community instead of chasing perfection. This does not have to be perfect. I got a little bit of, decoration. Again, if it, leads up to something big and I get bigger, that's cool. If it doesn't, I enjoy doing these little videos in my craft room, okay? So just as long as I can build community with you guys, perfection is not something that I attain to have. I'm learning that sometimes we have to start before we feel completely ready. I didn't think I was completely ready to do this, and I think it took me a month to actually come up with the name, the title, the concept, and all of that good stuff. And then I just went for it. Put the first episode out. If nobody watches, put the second episode out. If nobody watches, put the third. And just keep going, because it's something you enjoy. So eventually, starting the podcast on its own YouTube channel. I think I want to do season 1 where it's on my Nikster Budgetz YouTube channel. Subscribe. And then eventually make this podcast its own YouTube channel. That is my goal. This YouTube journey, I actually started my first channel, it was like 2008, 9, 10, one of those. And I did okay. It was more lifestyle and makeup. It did okay. And then I started Nikster Budgetz, and that took off. I actually am proud of myself for having as many subscribers as I have. And I'm just continuing to post on there as often as I can and just enjoy what I'm doing, regardless of the views, the watch hours, any of that, because even though that is important, me having fun is more important. I enjoy doing content creation. I do think I'm getting better at finding my voice when it comes to doing this podcast. And so I'm just hoping that you guys are tuned in to watch the growth. All right, guess what? Before we wrap it up, it's time for our Stay Ready moment. Here's one reminder to help us prepare for the week. My mantra is you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. A soft life doesn't have to wait until you reach a certain goal. It can start right now by elimination or addition. So don't think that you have to eliminate something. It could also be adding something too, where maybe you do so much for everyone else. Maybe it's time to add something little in there to do for yourself, whether that's starting a garden, reading and finishing a book, starting a YouTube channel, starting a podcast, doing decorative planning, or going out for an hour or two to go get your nails and toes done, or saving your money so you can get a facial. That's adding something to give your life a soft life meaning. You could start. You don't have to wait until you have more money, more time, or everything figured out. And again, I didn't have a lot of money to start this podcast. A lot of this stuff I used from what I've already had, and just set it up and go with it. You know what I'm saying? And you can start creating peace, joy, and intentional moments right where you are, because guess what? It's free. Your life is happening now, and it ain't gonna stop for nobody. So you might want to either eliminate and also add something. Either one or you can do it. Thank you for hanging out and spending so much time with me here on Coins, Chapters, and Creativity. I hope today's conversation reminded you that you can build a beautiful life while still being intentional with your money. Remember, we're learning together, one coin, one chapter, and one creative moment at a time. Until next time, stay ready, boo.